everyone, welcome to Walks with Moss. Today we're out looking for a closed logging road to hike up. The one we were going to hike up turns out it's not closed. So right now we're just headed up towards the Hamma cabin. I think this road ends at the cabin, but we may as well take a look at the cabin. It's been a while since I've been here. And then after that, we'll go see if we can find another closed road and we can hike until we reach the snow line. And maybe we can find some mushrooms out here today. One thing I know for sure, I'm not going up the Lena Lake Trail. It'll be too crowded. I don't do trails anymore. They've gotten crowded. I used to be able to go to beautiful places and get all the solitude I wanted if I went on a weekday. Not anymore. So now I just do the logging roads because I don't like running into a whole bunch of people and dogs when I'm out hiking. Okay. Hamma cabin is just coming up around the corner here. This is an old ranger cabin and they rent it out now. Used to be relatively cheap to rent out these cabins, but not so much anymore. At least I think they rent it out. So here we go. The Hamma cabin. There is a trail back here. I suspect it doesn't go very far. Probably just goes down to the campground. That direction I'm pretty sure is just going to go down to the campground. But let's see where this takes us. It would be awesome if we could get in a trail hike without running into a bunch of people. Here's our first fungal find. Good old clavulina. Yum, love this stuff. Kind of early in the hike though to start picking mushrooms, so I think I'll wait. So far we've gone a third of a mile down this trail. I think I'm going to dump out my water. I don't see any reason to carry water right now. Even if we find our closed road, I'm sure there's going to be water sources, at least at the very beginning of the road. So, no need to carry all this weight. I think we've got ourselves some turkey tails here, growing on a maple tree. Let's look at the underside and see if we can see if it has pores. Oh yeah, it definitely has pores. But there's also a lot of moldy looking stuff. Darn it, I thought this was maybe ice, but no, it's some sort of mold taking over. I'm hoping I can at least get a few of these that aren't moldy. Look at this yellow thing taking over. I wonder what that is. Taking over the turkey tail. Yellow-orange thing. Well, I think I can harvest a little bit here anyway. I'm really wanting some turkey tails. Oh yeah. I don't think these are moldy. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Good, good, good. It's not too early in the hike to pick turkey tails because they're so tough. They're not going to fall apart being packed around. I'll just have to deal with the weight is all. Yay! That's Trimetes versicolor. There, I got a few. And now is a good time to show that I replaced the extension collar on my pack. This is all the same material, but this has just been used. It's all the same age. This has been packed away, and this has been used for 6 years. My new extension collar is much taller, so I can load more stuff into my pack. Check this out. Normally when my drone is in here, I can't get my pack closed or can just barely get it closed, but now that I got a much taller extension collar, I can close my pack easily. I'm really glad I did this, but it took some doing because I pinned it the wrong way, and then I sewed it the wrong way and had to undo it, and then finally I sewed it the right way. But it was complicated to me adding a tube to a tube and making sure that the seam was on the inside and that the outside of the fabric ended up on the outside on both halves of the pack, and it was a little bit confusing, but I got it done and I'm super happy with the results. This has breathed some new life into this old pack, definitely. I see some spots here maybe need to be sewed up though. I'll tend to that later. I'll go ahead and turn the camera to my face for a minute, even though I'm pretty sure I'm having a really bad hair day. Due for another haircut. I hate getting my hair cut. Oh well. Anyway, I've turned the camera to my face to show that I have found my favorite fleece sweater. It went missing for over a month, and I thought I left it at someone's house, but they said no, I hadn't, and then they left their house for a month to go snowbirding in Arizona. and they just came back, and a few days after they came back, they found my beautiful sweater. I'm so glad. So now I've got a fleece sweater I can wear when I'm out here hiking instead of cotton. Much better. I'm happy we went down this trail because it's looking more and more like it's going to take us out to the closed road that I was planning on trying to hike next. So we don't need to go back to the car, I don't think. I think we can just continue up the road here in a minute. We've got some hyphiloma back there. What a weird year it's been. We're kind of in the mountains, and it's January, and yet we still got hyphiloma. Hyphiloma, I don't know which it is. Sulfur tufts or conifer tufts. Apparently the sulfur tufts are really bitter. I could taste it and see, but I don't feel like it. And there's some more clavulina. We're coming out onto the main Hamma Hamma Road, so I think we're on the Hamma Hamma Campground Loop Trail, which I've never been on before because it's too short of a trail to hike if I'm going to drive this far. Just one of those weird rules I make for myself. But just up here around the corner to the right, I think very, very shortly we'll hit the closed road, or hopefully closed road, that I actually want to hike today. Here we go. This is the road we wanted to check out. And I think once you hike up here high enough, this road is closed. If I drove up to where the road is closed, then I don't think I'd get in a long enough hike before I hit the snow line. So I'm going to go ahead and try walking this, and hopefully not too much of this is open. And we'll walk up here until we either get tired or we hit the snow. So I'm not dressed for snow today. I am dressed very warmly though. I'm too warm. I overcompensated for my last hike. I may have to stop and shed some layers pretty soon here. I don't think this road is going to be open for long. I mean, I think we're going to get to where it's closed pretty shortly because it's already getting kind of rugged. It's got grass in the middle. Here's a nice fruiting of the late fall oyster mushroom. Sarcomyxa serratina. I think the serratina part of the name has to do with its dark coloring. These are slimy. I've heard they're good in soup though. Oh man, I think these are actually too far gone to even think about putting in soup. Let's see one of these fresher ones over here maybe. Oh, here we go. This one would be okay. Should I grab a couple of these to put in my soup at my turnaround time? Yeah, why not? Let's see. What pocket can I put them in? We've come to a point where the road is effectively closed for me with my little car. So this is where my hike would have started no matter what. And not really a great turnaround place. So I'm glad we just walked up this from the bottom, especially since there doesn't seem to be any traffic here today. This is really gorgeous up here, and there's no airplane noise, no traffic noise, no chainsaws. We've got a nice view opening up here looking down over the Hamma Hamma River Valley. That's Jefferson Ridge up there. There's not much snow up there. I think it's actually passable right now. If I was in good enough shape, I could hike up there. Crazy warm winter we're having so far. I can see the snow line up there on the road I'm on, but I bet it starts a little bit lower than that. But it looks like we're gonna get in a pretty good hike today before we hit snow, so maybe this hike's going to end before we hit snow. We'll see. There's a quite well-defined trail right here. I have a feeling it's going to go out to a possible rock climbing area, or at least an area with a nice view. Look what we found. Nice little place to sit and have a cup of coffee. Wow. How cool is this? There's even a little round log to sit on. This is definitely coffee time. Cheers, everyone. What a gorgeous spot we found. Wow, and the sun is out even. This is incredible. So cheers. Wow, this is beautiful. This is gorgeous out here. Down here we've got a madrona tree. They like growing on these rocks, overhanging cliffs. And you can make tea out of the bark, which I've never done, but I'm going to do it today. So let's grab some of this peeling bark here, and maybe I'll have some at lunchtime, and I'll take some home too. I've never had it before. I don't know how much you're supposed to use, but I don't think you're hurting the tree at all by taking it because it's just peeling off. So that's kind of cool. And it's something you can harvest in the winter, which is also very cool. Got a nice handful of it. I suspect this would be enough to last for a very long time, so that's all I will take. We're climbing an elevation, and it's been a while since I've seen any mushrooms. But I'm finding Pokemon cards. Boltund. Not sure what generation that is. Evolves from Yamper. Okay. I don't know why I keep finding Pokemon cards out in the woods. They're quite expensive. Not the kind of thing you really want to abandon in the woods. We still haven't made it to where I think there's going to be a gate. But it doesn't matter because we've had this all to ourselves. It may as well be a gated road. And often, even when I'm on gated roads, I find people driving down them because a lot of people have keys. I'm not sure why it's so quiet out here right now, but I'm loving it. I expect it won't be so quiet when I hike back to my car. But a remedy for that would be to wait until after dark before I hike back. So that just might be what I do today. I'd like to do 8 miles, which means I need to get 4 miles away from my car. And right now, I am 2.8 miles from my car. So let's see if we can go another 1.2 miles up here today and get in a good 8-mile hike. Hello, so let's see a crescent formation, pillow basalt. Trying to encroach on the road. I'm sure they blasted this stuff out to make the road though, so it's only fair. I just saw a deer leap away. Bella saw it too. She's not sure what to make of it. Probably a little bit bigger creature than you want to tackle, Bella. This is really starting to turn into a slog. I got another half mile of climbing to go if I want to make my 4-mile one-way 8-mile round trip goal. And I'm hungry, and I've crashed and burned from the sugar high I got out of my coffee. I don't think caffeine gives me energy, but my coffee mix gives me energy because it has a lot of sugar in it. According to my phone GPS, we have gone 4 miles, but I don't trust my phone to record mileage accurately. I trust my GPS. My GPS is set up not to record a bunch of erroneous track points. So according to the GPS, we still have another 0.20 of a mile to go to hit our 4-mile goal. I'm feeling better now, getting my second wind. I guess Bella's back there somewhere. Bella, come on! Hopefully she didn't fall off a cliff. She's a Klinger Spaniel, and she's young and healthy, so I really don't worry about losing her out here. She's always going to stay close to me. Here she comes. Hey, buddy. What were you doing? What were you doing? Just having fun. She's gained a little bit of weight. I couldn't get her skid plate on her this morning. I've gained some weight too, so it's really good for us to get out here. We must be near the end. You know a road doesn't get much use when a rhododendron grows up right in the middle of it. That's our native rhododendron and our state flower. They are a light pink when they bloom. I should turn around now if I want to make it out before dark, but I'm not turning around because I want to know what's around the next corner, and then when I get around that corner, I want to know what's around the next corner and the next corner. So we're still heading up. I think we've gone far enough. Oh no, wait, there's one more corner. Oh man. Okay, let's see what's around this next corner, and then that's it. We're done. We're turning around as soon as we see what's around this corner up here. Okay, we've gone over 4 miles according to both my phone and my GPS. So we're going to turn around here and head back down and find someplace nice to have lunch. According to the phone, our elevation is 710 meters, which is about 2,100 feet. So we've gained some elevation here. And it's time to turn around, go back, see if we can find some place pretty to have lunch. I'm not going to be as relaxed as I could be at lunchtime though, because I know for sure I'm hiking out in the dark, so that's going to be weighing on my mind a little bit. I'm thinking about going back down to that beautiful viewpoint we found and having lunch there, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Bella, here, have a snowball. Here you go, have a snowball. All of my Springer Spaniel dogs have preferred eating snow over drinking water when given the choice between the two. When it gets dark, it's going to be so dark because this fog has moved in. Maybe I should just skip lunch and try chewing on a salal leaf. Supposedly salal leaves make a good appetite suppressant. I know I'm hungry. I'm hungry enough that even when I have a sip of water, it makes my stomach feel a little bit better. Look at this gorgeous pool here. So, why not try chewing on a salal leaf? Bella just flushed a grouse and she's off. I've decided I'm going to skip lunch because I'm about 2 miles from the car and it's about 1 hour until sunset. So if I skip lunch, I can make it back to the car before it gets dark. And that's a good thing because I'll be walking on a trail I've never been on before. I'm not totally comfortable walking a trail I've never been on before in the dark. I just realized I don't have to completely skip lunch because I have some fruit leather. Oh yeah, and this huckleberry, my favorite. All right, so I'm going to eat this. And this will be the first thing I've had to eat today. I've walked about 7 miles and I've had 2 cups of coffee and a cup of tea and I've eaten nothing. So this is going to taste so good. Remember how sunny it was the last time we were here? Fog and clouds have really moved in. What you doing up there, buddy? What you doing up there? Yep, it's going to be a dark night. Here's a fungus I don't see very often, pig's ears. It's pretty far gone though. I'm finding a lot more of these late fall oyster mushrooms down here, but they're done. And the funny thing about these mushrooms is even when they're not done, they're kind of gross, so when they're starting to go off, then they're just extra disgusting. We made it back down to the Hamma cabin, and there's a nice picnic table here. And I don't like driving during twilight, so I'm going to sit and cook my lunch right here. Bella's found a bone to chew on. Hey buddy, look, no, I don't want your nasty whatever it is you've got. Here you go. It's lunchtime and dinner time and breakfast time. I'm not going to throw this winter oyster mushroom in the pot. It's just looking even nastier now. I'm going to give it a miss. Here's how many turkey tails I got. And here's how much clobulina I harvested. And lunch is going to be a mix of wild mushrooms with dehydrated smoked trout, dehydrated tomato sauce from tomatoes I grew in my garden year before last, and some garlic and some salt and a jalapeno ring. And I'll have some ramen noodles. Cheers. Nice hot coffee. I'll be having my soup in a minute, and then we'll pack up and get out of here. I think I went about 9 miles. I'll add up my totals and I'll post them at the end of the video. I'm really glad we got out and got some good exercise today and hopefully lost a little bit of weight. So thanks for watching. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing. I love it. I love getting feedback. It keeps me going. And making these videos is helping me with my weight loss plan because it makes me more motivated to hike. So we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.